What a plonker. What a plonker. Hello! I forgot to take that screen off. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris, and this is our lunch hour live. So if you've never joined us before, make sure to say hello in the comments. We're just going to chit-chat about stuff, and today's topic, I thought we'd just veer away a bit from reselling. Unless you want to chat about reselling, you can do. Don't matter to me. But I thought we'd focus on a bit like last week. We were talking about, the state of things with these bills. Well, now we know for sure that all our bills are definitely going to go up, the gas and electric. It's not funny, really, is it? But I was thinking this week, like, what can I do to try and minimize the impact of that change that's coming on the 1st of October, where we're all going to get stung. And I was going through some things, thinking about sort of how we can save money, gas, electric, other things, being thrifty. So we're still kind of on topic. We're kind of talking about being thrifty. So yeah, we'll chat about that in a bit. But let's see who is in the chat. And don't forget, if you've never said hello, please say hello. Don't bite. And everyone in the chat is very, very friendly, because anybody who's not friendly gets booted pretty quick, sharp. AMPR's in. Good afternoon. The Dave. We've got Santa, Sai, the Monkey Thrifter. Welcome, guys and girls. Pete, Theme Park and Toys. Hi, Kevin from Florida. He always puts that on, doesn't he? Kevin, don't boast about it, right? We all want to live in Florida. Chris Tyler's here. Hi, Chris. Limelight Vinty. I'm here for all the money-saving ideas. Yeah, me too. Me too. Definitely. We're looking for ideas. I've got a few ideas. They're not. It's not rocket science, but it's some stuff that I'm going to do. Oh, Boris is giving a speech soon, is he? Oh, interesting. Oh, just burnt me lip. Alison, good morning from chilly Canada. Oh, are you a bit chilly over there at the minute? Good morning to you. Good afternoon for us. Great topic. I'm all ears, says the Dave. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Shabba. First one in the chat to say it. Gold star goes to Shabba. Hang on a second. Let me find it. I can't find it now, can I? Gold star to Shabba, because he was the first one. Yeah, it's our anniversary. 4 years married today. Been together a fair bit longer than that. Don't ask me how long. Hopefully Annabelle's not watching. Bumcrack's in. Bumcrack's new. If you're new here, don't worry about names. Bumcrack's been around forever. He's a very loyal viewer of many channels. More than happy to share people's channels in the chat and to admin. So thank you. Big up to the Bumcrack. Fletch One, he's already gave me an idea this week. Fletch One gave me a good idea for money saving, which I'm going to look at. I'll talk about it in a bit. Daisy, welcome to you. JJ, Jess is here. Afternoon. Welcome. Who else we got? Dave Repairs is a postie. Dave Repairs, maybe you're getting mixed up. No problem. The Bumcrack, absolute star. How long has Bumcrack been around our channels doing stuff? It's been a while, isn't it? Admining and, you know, sorting things out, sharing channels. It's been a while, I'm sure of it. Probably almost for the entire time I've been doing lives, Bumcrack's been around. So it must be 3-4 years, maybe more. Chris, it says 10, feels like 9 here. That's a big difference. Big difference that 1 degree makes. Winter is soon approaching. Winter is coming. Yeah, won't be far off before it's like that here. Dumpster Diving UK, welcome. Interesting. Might have a look at your channel. Happy anniversary. Thanks, Bang Bang. Colin's in. Welcome to Colin. 5 years gone July. I thought it was a good amount of time, Bumcrack. One day we'll find out Bumcrack's real name. Chimp. I share the gold star with you as you were the first one congratulating Chris. Oh, were you? Did I miss one? Test frugal living. We're all about the frugal living. We're all going to be frugally living soon. Hope you're having a good day. Topic seems to be exactly right up my street. Yes, frugal living. Maybe Tess at Frugal Living has got lots of ideas for us, because I would expect that. No pressure, Tess. Need a Norwegian to advise on our winters. We should all be insulated for a start. Well, you know what they say. Here's a little tip. Insulate the person, not the house. Because you waste so much energy. Well, no, sorry. It should be heat. Is it heat the person? Heat the person, not the house. That's what they say, isn't it? Because you waste so much heat and energy heating your whole house, when really you just need to warm yourself up. That's it, isn't it? I'm sure it's that. Is it heat? Heat or insulate? I can't remember. I read it somewhere. But it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Why heat your whole house up when you sat in the living room? Heat yourself up. There you go. Oh, Soul Steps received card and so yeah. Don't worry about the card, Steve. The card's just there to protect the photos. Hi, Tap Peddler Derek. Toysaurus. Toys. That's not right, is it? Toys R Us. Toysaurus Toys. I know you've been in before, but for some reason you caught me off guard there. Thanks for the lunchtime lives. No worries, no worries. Don't worry. Thank you. Monkey Thrift, to the Monkey Thrifter. Before the live, I was watching your boot at the football stadium. There you go. Monkey Thrift is getting in the views. Pete said, I'm getting a cup of coffee. Only boil a cupful. That's my hint. Yeah, that's a good one, Pete. Don't boil the whole kettle. That's a waste, isn't it? And boiling a kettle actually uses quite a lot of energy, doesn't it? It uses a lot of energy for that few, minute or whatever it is it takes to boil. If you were to like multiply it, it would cost quite a bit. Appreciate that. Love your content. Live in Plymouth. Ah, nice one. I've not been down to the Plymouth boot sales for ages, but when winter comes, winter's coming, I'm probably going to come down to Coypool a little bit more until they close up for the winter, but I'll probably pop down and to Coypool. Not done Plymouth Argyle for ages, probably at least a year now since I've been down to Plymouth Argyle. We are decades behind some countries with keeping warm. Lived in Germany and insulated and triple glazed. No, we're behind everything, aren't we? Loads of ideas on my channel. Right. So Tess, everyone get over to Tess's channel afterwards, but I'm sure she'll give us a few little hints, some good ones. So yeah, I'm going to have a look. Let me write those two down. Who am I looking for? Dumpster Diving UK. Oh, I won't write it on there because I'll get mixed up. I'll write it here. Dumpster Diving UK and Tess Frugal Living. Need to check out. Dave said if you don't heat or insulate, damp clothes come into play. Oh, you don't want that, do you? Hot water bottles galore. There you go. Santa says, married 4 years, congrats. Should be easy for me to remember 30 years behind me and Mrs. Claus. Whew, 30 years, eh? How old will I be when we get to 30 years? So 26 years from now, I will be... I don't even know how old I am now. What's my birthday this year? 43? 44. I'm 44 this year, believe it or not. You'd never believe it, but, you know, it's true. So that would make me 70. If we're married 30 years, I'll be 70. ANPR, I used to support my local L2 football team. Me and other half like to go. It was £46 per game for the two of us. It was something I decided to stop as part of cutbacks. Yeah, I kind of guess. Yeah. People will have to cut back stuff like that, won't they? Tap Peddler has a 1-cup kettle. That does not surprise me, Derek. Definitely. If I had to pick out anybody, apart from Tess Frugal Living, to have a 1-cup kettle, it would have been Derek, 100%. I'm in the office more, so not using my own energy. That's, yeah. Everyone's been working from home loads, haven't they, over the last couple of years, obviously. But now people are saying, get back to work, because at least then you're not using your heating, your light, all your stuff in your house, your TV, your radios and stuff, your gaming machines, your PS5. Just boils and dispenses enough for 1 cup. That sounds like a good idea. I might have to get one of them, Derek. You got any for sale? Oh, Limelight Vinty. I have a boiling water tap. Hopefully that's more efficient. I don't know the answer to that, Limelight Vinty, but maybe someone here does. But if your water's being kept permanently hot, Fletch One was talking about something a bit like this to me in messages the other day. But maybe it's not efficient to keep your water hot on tap, you know. I don't know. Surely that's constantly heating it. Oh, Alison said, I've sold that 360 game after only being listed 24 hours. Listed for $175. He offered $130, accounted at $145. Nice one. Excellent. JJ says, I'm cutting back by not paying for gas and electric. They will have so many people not paying. They won't have time to come for me. Interesting way of going about it, Jess. I know there's a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of posts of people saying that they're either not paying or they're cancelling their direct. I'm not saying anybody to do any of this. It's your choice what you do. But I've seen a lot of people saying that they're cancelling their direct debits, but also contacting their energy company and saying they're going to like ring up every month and pay what they can afford to pay. That's what a lot of people are saying. So that at least they're making payments each month, but it'll be what somebody can afford. That's interesting, but I'm not advising anyone to do anything like that. You make your own choices. But interesting that you doing that, JJ. I think you're right, though. A lot of people, and in some ways, you think you're right. A lot of people they're just not going to be able to pay it. Oh, interesting little idea, Haggis Lover. I like this. Make a flask. You will drink less and boil less. I'm in my 30s with no kids. I've become accustomed to a certain lifestyle. I did my time being broke in my 20s. I'm not going back. Yeah. Yeah, we've all become accustomed to lifestyles, haven't we? Be interesting to find out how you get on with that, Jess. I'm not ruling out doing, something, but I'm not sure what. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, if anything. I'm just going to see how the land lies in a little while, in a few weeks. Yeah. Making coffee now. Meter reads 52 pence per hour. Yeah, I made a brew before. I made this tea. And my smart meter went up by between 2 and 3p. So it costs at the moment between 2 and 3p to boil the kettle for this cup of tea. Now that might sound like peanuts to you, but if all our bills are doubling, then that could be 5p every time you have a brew, every time you boil the kettle. And those 5p's add up, along with all the other things that are going to double. They add up. Pete said I've put a 10% off coupon. Yes, I have as well, Pete. I've done the same. I accepted that offer. And I've done exactly the same. Don't forget as well, if you have an eBay store, if you have a shop front, then I would advise putting your offer on a banner on your shop front. That's what I've done. If you're unsure what that looks like, go and have a look at my eBay. There's a link in the description. Have a look at my eBay shop and you'll see my banner in the middle. That's what I've done. I think most people got that offer. And Daniel says, should finally get some use this winter out of the Mrs. Mountain of candles under the stairs. Bumcrack sharing some channels. Thank you very much. Yes, right. Let's get into it properly now. I know we've been dabbling, but let's talk about this cost of living crisis and everything that we can do to try and minimize the impact. Other than obviously, there's some people who have said, I'm just not going to pay or whatever. Other than doing that, what can we do to reduce the impact? Tess says switching everything off at the socket, no more standby, plus using small appliances to cook, microwave, slow cooker, instant pot, air fryer, much cheaper to run than a big cooker. Those are really good things, Tess. I've been reading up as well this week. I'm gonna go and have a look at your channel for some other tips. I was saying to Belle, when this kicks in a few weeks, I'm going to go round, or we can go round together, and we're going to go around every room and we're going to have a look at everything that's plugged in. And does it need to be plugged in? We'll just start with that because I think that could make a fair difference. Right, I've got 5 Alexas in this house. I've got office, bedroom, kitchen, lounge, packing room. I've got 5 Alexas. They all run, don't repeat. They all run 24 hours a day. They're constantly listening. They've got the clock on. They're throwing up pictures. 5 of them. So straight away, I'm thinking, might as well turn them off. For what we use them for, we sometimes have the radio playing on them. The doorbell goes through it. That's a bit of a bugger. We've got an Alexa doorbell thing. So I might have to put the old doorbell back on. But just turning those off might be worth something. And then I'm going to go around the rooms and I'm going to unplug everything that's not being used regular enough for it to be plugged in on a permanent basis. Everything's getting unplugged. And that's where I'm going to start. I mean, we're pretty thrifty anyway. I wouldn't say, we're tight. We're not tight, but we're just careful about lights, and all the lights in the house are LEDs now. We changed them when we came in. We turn things off. We shut doors. We're going to be much less likely to put the heating on. We're going to be putting clothing on rather than heating. That kind of thing. Let us know any ideas you've got. What are you going to do to try and minimize the impact? Dumpster says, I used to sell at Stonehouse Creek car boot in Stonehouse, Plymouth, but it's been closed. Oh, yeah, I've not heard of that one, so I guess it's not running. Big TV, 200 watts equals 10p an hour. Off during the day too. 10p an hour, yeah, that adds up, doesn't it? I'll have a look at mine. I've got a fair sized TV. I wonder what that is. So would it make sense that if it was 100 watts, it would be 5p an hour? Is that how it works? Or if it's 300 watts, that'd be 15p an hour. Is that roughly? Is that like with the new costs that are coming in, Pete? Chris has got a load of logs for the winter. Glad I got one installed 2 years ago. Yeah. Mind you, the price of wood is expensive, but I guess you can. A lot of the time, you can get wood for free, can't you, if you go to the right places? Oh, there's a few people have subbed both channels. There you go, guys and girls. Yes, I have. I've done it. I did the program. There's a program you can do, isn't there? There's like there's a thing you can sign up to, and I did it years ago. And I probably made a few quid, but then I stopped at a certain point because it starts off as being reasonably risk-free if you follow it word for word. And I'm not advocating anybody go off and do betting, because I don't agree with betting. I did make a bit of money from it, but I did stop at a certain point because it stops being risk-free after a while. But I've done it. You can message me privately if you want. I'll tell you how it went. But I don't want to promote betting because I don't really like it, to be fair. Hi, Guaz. Limelight Vinty says, we have Netflix, Prime, and Disney Plus. One of them needs to go, but it's caused family arguments. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to let Amazon Prime go. I don't use it enough buying stuff from it, and I definitely don't use it enough watching it. So I think I'm going to let Amazon Prime go. Netflix we have as part of our Sky subscription, and it costs like £5 for the premium version of Netflix. And so we're definitely going to keep Netflix because we use it all the time. And Disney Plus, we borrow family members. Nobody heard that. But Prime, I think, is going. I'm not bothering with Prime. Anyone else having a nightmare with customers due to Royal Mail? I've had one message today saying they've not received it, and it's the one item that I did send Royal Mail because it was going to Northern Ireland, so I sent it Royal Mail instead of Every, and they haven't received it yet. But it's to be expected because it's not back to normal yet. Joanne says one of my parents' neighbours has got solar. You know what? Solar panels. The house we left in Manchester, I had solar panels installed on it. It cost me about, I think at the time, it cost me about £4,000 to have solar panels put up. And they were mine, and they got sold with the house, obviously. It was a selling point of the house. So I'd have been quids in now. I'd have been saving a fortune. So whoever's living there now, if it's the same people that bought from us, they are quids in on the old electric. Bang Bang says, all those are pay on a monthly basis. You can alternate those each month and binge watch. Well, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, you could cancel and re-sign up. Is that what you mean? and sign up to the next one and use that for a month and then sign up to the next one. Yeah. Lots of money saving ideas on YouTube. One popped up on my list about saving money on your boiler. Yeah, Fletch One was talking to me via a message on one of my recent videos, because obviously the boiler had fired up while I was doing that picking video, and he sort of messaged me and said, you know, that you could be wasting energy having your boiler fire up to keep hot water hot rather than like on demand. So I need to look at that. I mean, we had visitors at the time, and initially I thought it was Belle that was having a shower, but actually she went off to the beach, didn't she? But we did have visitors, so it could have been that one of them were using the water, which is why it fired up. But I'm going to look at it because it's a good suggestion, because if your boiler is one of those that keeps your water at a nice temperature so that it's hot quickly, then maybe you can look at it, and that's what Fletch One was telling me about. Bum Crack says, I'm going to get solar panels fitted to my head to boost my energy. Oh. I mostly watch TV on my phone, much cheaper than the big telly. See, we do like sitting down and watching something on telly. But I think like when Belle's working from home, sometimes she has like the telly going, like watching series and stuff. We might have to look at that, because that means the telly's running for hours during the day. I'm going to have a look at what wattage it is. I might get a heated jacket, battery powered, and maybe some pants. Oh, there you go. Yes, the new prices costs over 50p a kilowatt hour equals 1,000 watts an hour. It's scary. Both Fines is in. Welcome. Pete said he's cancelled Prime and Now TV today. Haggis Lover downloads everything he wants to watch. I think I'll divorce the wife. That should save lots of money. Well, to be fair, Gwaz, it might cost you a fortune. Depends how much she wants from you. Could cost you a bomb. Married to Reselling are in. I think you need to. Why don't you unsubscribe? And I don't tell people this lightly, because you might never come back. Unsubscribe, resubscribe, and hit the bell, and maybe that'll fix it. AMPR says, I've done match betting, but banned from most bookies' websites. This might make everyone laugh, but they only like people who lose money. Exactly. Hi, Kathy. And JJ says, we got rid of Netflix and Spotify, got an Apple family plan instead. Cheaper, and you get Apple TV, music, games, iCloud stories up to 5 people, but just 2 of us using it. Oh. I'll have a look at that, JJ. I don't want to get rid of Netflix because we do enjoy Netflix. We're using Netflix on a daily basis. Spotify, I like to have. We have a couples Spotify, so we do save a bit of money with it. I think it's like $13.99 or $14.99 for a couples one, and 2 people can access it, so you save a little bit. So if you're sat there and you and your missus, or you and your other half, your husband, you both have separate Spotifys, there's a money saver straight away. Just get a couple's Spotify. You can both have all your separate playlists, but you just, it's part of one. You know what I mean? Monkey Thrifter, I have Virgin Media broadband and TV package. Don't use the TV Freeview, so we'll do so, cancelling it when my contract runs out in 2 months and just have broadband. At the moment, we have Virgin Media for broadband and Sky for our TV, but I don't have the full Sky package. We're on discounts on both at the minute. That's something else you can look at if you are on broadband or Sky, or you've got a TV package. always ring up if you're not in contract and get your prices down, because they want to keep you and you can get massive discounts. Hint from Pete. Here's a hint. You can use the Now TV box unsubscribed for apps. YouTube, iPlayer, Pluto, etc. Or just use your apps on your phone. Yeah. You can get iPlayer and iTV player and stuff like that, can't you? Resellers Blueprint, welcome to you. She's always flipping. Mandy says turn off unnecessary light up signs like on air. Yeah, that's going. I'm joking. Alison says I drink only tea, just a splash of cream, no sugar. Tetley's tea here in Canada. What do Brits use? I just get, to be honest with you, I'm not bothered which brand of tea I use. I mostly drink decaf tea. I've got decaf now. At the moment, I'm using Yorkshire decaf, but I just go for whatever's the cheapest or whatever's on offer, because they all have offers on all the time, and I don't really see a lot of difference between the brands. It all gets swept up off the floor anyway, doesn't it? Like the Asda Smart Price stuff, that just gets swept up off the floor, and probably the same as the rest. Will do. We'll be back. Yay! Don't leave. No. Yorkshire tea, nice and strong. I don't have it too strong. I have it milky. Mandy says she might end her YouTube Premium. Is that where you you get to avoid all the adverts, Mandy? If so, I'd probably end that. Bumcrack says I'm a Tetley tea drinker, Alison. No coffee. I don't drink coffee either. I can't stand coffee. I hate the taste of coffee. If I have like a minstrel, is it minstrels? If I have a minstrel and I end up with a coffee one, I have to spit it out. It's disgusting. Not minstrels. What is it? Rebels. If I have Rebels and I get a coffee one, out. Chris says I'm drying washing outside more than using the tumble dryer. Woman next door always walking down her garden looking at my boxes. Looking at your skid marks that won't come out, Chris. We don't have a dryer. So we're always it's always on the line. And we don't have a line either, actually. We have a stand-up thing, because here at our house we're not allowed to put washing lines up. It's in the covenant, in the original covenants of the deeds of the house. No one along here is allowed washing lines out. It's fucking ridiculous. My parents are Virgin TV, telephone and internet. I hope they get a good deal, Joanne, because I'd be wanting discounts on that. Hi, Mike and Francis. Welcome. Santa's checking Facebook for any stragglers. Yes, no answers. Do my nutting. I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't bother about the ads. I'd rather have the ads than pay for it. I'd rather have those. Definitely. Revels, yeah. Revels or Rebels? Revels. Belle bought some the other week. It's not, I wouldn't pick them just because of the coffee ones. But Belle bought some. I had some. Guess what? Two fucking coffee ones. Takes a piss. Mandy says, going to wear clothes a bit longer instead of one wear and then wash, excluding undies. Well, you can turn them round. Yeah, I'd do that. Definitely do that. But I think little things like that could help. I religiously have a shower every single day. I have a shower every day, but in summer, yeah, because you get a bit sweaty. But in winter, maybe I could have a shower every other day, and that could make a big difference, especially if that's two of us that are not going to have a. Actually, no, Belle stinks. She needs to have a shower every day. But I might go to every other day. But I always like having a shower daily. But is it necessary? Just have a stand-up wash. Belle, if you're watching. Just seen on Amazon, if you sign up before 15th of September, you keep current price till next year. I'm gonna unsubscribe from Amazon anyway. That's one that I definitely don't get my money's worth out of, but I've just let it run for a while now. But I barely watch anything on Amazon Prime. Every time I want to see something on Amazon Prime, it's not included in bloody Prime. So what's the point of it? And it's been a while since I ordered anything, for free delivery. Yeah, it's strange. It's like an old covenant that from the 70s or something when the house was built, that they didn't want everyone putting the dirty washing out. Stupid. Wood is vintage and pre-loved. Welcome, first timer. Here's a tea-related tip. Stick your tea bags on the washing line and reuse them. Yeah, why not? Might try that. Here's one that Belle hates. Belle hates it, and I do this sometimes, right? And tell me if you do the same. Shampoo and conditioner. It's bloody expensive now, isn't it? Unless you buy like Asda's smart price stuff. Shampoo and conditioner, if you want the decent stuff, it's expensive. Not that I need it. I mean, there's not much fucking hair there, is there? But Belle needs decent shampoo, or so she tells me. Anyway, this is what I do. When it gets down to about that much in the bottle, I put a load of water in it, shake it up, and it lasts another 2 weeks. Get that much in it. But she knows when I've done it because she said, "Oh, my hair doesn't feel the same. It's all greasy." Well, of course, it doesn't matter to me because look at the state of this. There's no hair there to deal with, so I'm fine. But that's what I do, and the same with the hand wash. Yeah, when it gets to half, fill it up with water, give it a shake, lasts forever. Shampoo, conditioner, hand wash, washing up liquid. Yeah, get that filled with water. That'll last a while. You can put vinegar in your tomato sauce. That's what my dad always used to do. I can't say I've done that one. But put vinegar in your tomato sauce, make it a bit more runny, and it lasts a bit longer. These are the best tips, and you're not going to find these anywhere other than maybe Tess Frugal Living. She might tell you about these tips. Where's the best place in the country for weekend car boots? Need a cheap travel lodge. The Northwest is good for car boots, really, but you're already there, so I don't know. It depends what time of year, don't it? You need to go at like good time of year. If someone gives suggestions. I mean, there's plenty down here, but sometimes down here you got to travel a bit to get to it. Mandy says, Chris, I watched your security videos. You were 60-second tips was that when I was in the police. Jeepers creepers. Where have you dug those out from? Shower together. What a good idea. I don't want to go through the ceiling now. Fletch One says, little tip, what I've done with family, I got Netflix. Let one of them use my profile. They have Amazon. Let me use their profiles. So you get 2 channels for the price of 1. Nice little idea. I have a shower once a week, whether I need it or not. Saves loads on water and heating. I couldn't do once a week. There's an estate near me. They can't have washing lines, commercial vehicles, or sheds. Revels used to have coconut ones, did they? You see, I could cope with coconut ones, but coffee, no. Limelight's from Manchester. They sell Lancashire tea here. No, Chris, you're just tight. I'm not tight. I'm careful. Dungeons is in as well. Oh, Limelight's in Trafford. Oh, nice. Fashionably late. I do that with the shower gel. Shower gels as well, and soaps. Yeah, drives Faye crazy. Yeah, Belle hates it. Belle hates it, but I just do it. I just do it sneaky. And most of the time, she doesn't notice when I do it. But sometimes she does. She's like, "Oh, I know what you've been doing. Oh, my hair's all greasy," moaning at me. Well, I've just saved us 2 weeks worth. I've saved like £1 or £2 by doing that. So who's laughing now? Look for cheap washing cleaning products at boot sales. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff. At boot sales. Because I like to use the Nivea. To keep this complexion nice, I like to use the Nivea face creamy stuff, and it's about £4 if you buy it in Asda. But loads of times I see it at the boot sales on someone's stall for like 50p. So buy it there. And sometimes you can get like your shampoos and your hand washes all at the boot sale a lot cheaper than in the shops. And the same goes for your clothes. Secondhand. I never would have bought secondhand clothes until I started reselling. Then I realised actually it's not that bad, and you can get some absolute bargains. I very rarely buy any clothing new now. I mean, this was new, but it's a one-off. It was cheap. But a lot of my clothing, I buy at charity shops or buy online on Vinted or eBay or whatever. Try and save a bit of money. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed for us all, that the rest of the country goes the same way and they also want to buy second hand rather than new. Except for those of us that actually sell new stock as well. No, but I do tip bottles upside down to get it all out. Yeah, right. Now, if you're at that point where you're not going to put water in it to water it down, but you're in the dregs, right? Cut the bottle open and actually get the stuff out properly, because the amount of stuff that you throw away in the bin with the bottle is ridiculous, right? The other day, I had my Nivea face cream thing, face moisturizer. I had my Nivea, right? And nothing would come out squeezing it. So I chopped it in half, opened it up, both ends. There was loads in there. I got at least another week's worth of face cream out of it. So, just using my finger and just putting it on. Loads, got another week's worth. And, you do that, probably 7-8 times a year, and you've saved yourself the cost of a whole bottle, which doesn't sound like much, but when it all adds up with all the other things that we're doing to save money, it adds up to a lot of money. Pete says, shampoo, this sounds very tight. I'm bald though, so I use bubble bath as shower gel. It's exactly the same, 85p instead of £2. You could what about using fairy liquid, Pete? You could use fairy liquid, and you could get Aldi's own fairy liquid for about 50p. That'd save you even more. You'd be squeaky clean. That's one. We're scraping the barrel now, ANPR. If you buy tomatoes, take out the green stalks. Dungeon says, does anyone have a good price on cardboard boxes? I have to buy them to be more professional on the website. eBay sales get old Amazon boxes. There you go. Can anyone help Dungeons with that one? Bold Finds talking about IPTV. Tried it in the past. Oh, I've got a friend who's tried it in the past, but I've never really enjoyed using it much. Use both sides of the toilet paper. There you go. Just make sure you got gloves on. One of the best things to do, I think, is to meal plan for the week and write a shopping list from the meal plan. Check what's in your cupboard first. Saves buying loads of stuff you don't need. There you go. Proper tip from Tess. Cheap days out. Yeah, always look for cheap days out. Cheap gold bars people want around the home counties of North London. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Dungeon says I pick up wallpaper at the boot sales, sometimes cheaper than void fill. Yeah, I just use something that's completely free, newspapers. So at the moment, I've got 2 contacts who are found on Facebook who save me all their newspapers, and I go and pick them up every couple of weeks. And my mum saves them for me. Some of the neighbours save newspapers and boxes for me. Shop at Aldi and Lidl and spew all the expensive supermarkets. To be fair, I've even noticed Aldi and Lidl are creeping their prices up a bit as well, aren't they? You can always notice with the hand soap, because it's so watery, it comes out like a racehorse wee. That's good. Flipping L said, you laughed at me, Chris, when I said I saved £1 switching from Coke to Dr. Pepper. See now? Hello, by the way. When was this, Flipping L? I don't remember this. I don't remember this. Hardcore. Tap Peddler's thinking about a few small oil-filled radiators in the rooms would be better than the heating. Can't comment on that, but it's an idea. Retro Room says they are a packaging hoarder. Yeah, me too. Save it all. Dr. Pepper is not a substitute. I don't buy really anymore. Up until recently, I've stopped buying the main brand Cokes and stuff. I tend to buy the supermarket branded Diet Cokes now and diet drinks rather than the main brands. Such big difference in price. Belle's good for that. She loves getting the knockdown stuff. She knows exactly what time she needs to go to get the knockdown stuff. Exactly, yeah. No, it saves you a fortune, Kathy. I tell you what is decent. Aldi's Diet Coke is actually pretty decent Coke. It's not far off. But Tesco's Diet Coke is shit. Belle bought some of Tesco's Diet Coke. It was worse than Roller Cola. It was horrible. So if we're doing that again, we'll go into Aldi for the Diet Coke. A good bar of soap lasts a lot longer than gels and creams. Any more suggestions for gas and electric? Like, other than like turning everything off and stuff, any more suggestions for that? There are a lot of traders at Adams. Oh, little Steve is in. Welcome. How extreme would you go? Reusable cloth loo roll. Now, I draw the line at that one. Yeah, I mean, I might be thrifty, but I ain't doing that. A couple of meat-free meals a week will save lots. Naif, you eat the vegetarian pick and mix and pay for it at the till. That way you won't have to waste money on bag. Is that a joke? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean, vegetarian pick and mix. I think that's exactly what will happen, says Woody. The cost of living crisis will drive people to the pre-loved market. Last year, the market grew by 27%. You'd hope so, Woody. We talked about this last week on the I think it was I don't know actually which show it was now. I can't remember. I've slept since then. We talked about it last week, and I would hope that would be the case. But also, I'm concerned about are people actually going to have any money, any spare money to even spend online? That's the problem. There's one thing, being thrifty and looking for a bargain, but the other thing is, have you actually got the money to spend? Full stop. I've got probably 500 newspapers. It saves a fortune. Yeah, I use newspaper. It's brilliant. Pete says, fill your fridge up so you're not cooling down air that flows out when you open the door. Fill it with tins or water bottles, etc. Okay. Batch cooking. Yes. Belle likes a good batch cook. She'll do like spag bowl, but she'll make like several pots of it and stick it in the freezer. Brilliant. We love a bit of batch cooking. Bill's and Moon, welcome. Aldi and Lidl are getting more expensive. And you know what you find with Aldi and Lidl? The veg, the fruit and veg is shit. It seems to go off really quick, doesn't it? Or when you're buying it, it's on the edge of going off. Top tip, store a large death pile in your attic. It will insulate your loft. Is that your excuse, Derek? Is that what you're telling the missus? Say no to roller cola. Yeah, definitely. Bloody horrible. Oh, Bills and Moon says, I grow my own veg. Some meals we eat are free from the garden. That's nice. We don't have a garden enough to... we don't have anywhere to plant, really. Diet Coke is nasty. I can't drink real Coke. I find real Coke nasty. I just can't get my head around the amount of sugar that's going down me from real Coke. Ugh. No, thank you. Top tips for meats for your sandwiches. Instead of buying pre-packaged sliced meat in supermarkets, buy it from the local Polish shop. Oh, there's lots of shops like that around here. Almost half the price in supermarkets and a lot nicer. There you go. Have a look for your local Polish shop. On a serious note, candles could be a massive fire risk and carbon monoxide issues as well. Yeah. I wonder if we'll see that. Hopefully not. I hope, people don't cause damage to their homes by trying to do that. But I guess we probably will. Alan said it's a sad reflection on modern Britain that we're having discussion like that. It is indeed. Poor planning, and it will only get worse. Yeah, I fear it will. Yeah, that's an easy one, Derek. Yeah, everybody can do that. Everyone can do that very easily. Turn off the radiators in the rooms you're not using. Yeah, 100%. Fixit's been watching in the background. Welcome. No problem. Yeah, I mean, Chris, it's a good point. Actually reuse those bags because we're the worst for it. We go out shopping and we forget the bags. We have to buy more bags. It's really annoying. Bought an air fryer yesterday to save using the oven. I might suggest to Belle we get one because we used to have one. and it was pretty good. So I might suggest we reinvest in one of those. Yeah, I don't mind that Dr. Pepper stuff, the Aldi stuff. It's all right. I can't drink that Tesco one, Monkey Thrifter. I just can't drink it. The Aldi Diet. It depends. I mean, are you drinking the normal Coke or the Diet, Peter? Because I go for Diet. Boil potatoes and veggies in the same pan to reduce gas. I need to stop going to Costa so often. Yeah, stuff like that costs a fortune. You know, a colleague of mine who I used to work with in the cops, and cops are shocking for stuff like this, like getting Costas and stuff. He worked out that he was spending 40 quid a week, £40 a week on Costas. That is mental. That's like 160 odd pound a month on Costas. Ridiculous. Retro Room said, I was told it's better to do machine washes and drying outside of peak hours, lower rate. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, interesting. Yep, you can turn down the hot water temperature on your boiler. And when you do turn your heating on, you know, have a think about what temperature you want your heating at, and maybe just knock it down a little bit. 83 watches, 13 likes. Remember to like and support the show. I know it's been a bit of a strange one. We're going to call it a day in a minute. We'll try and do an hour. But it's been a bit of an odd one. But I thought it might be interesting to share sort of all our money-saving ideas with this upcoming crisis in cost of living. Yeah, this is true. Get solar panels. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I had them on my old house. Now we don't. Polish meat shop is lovely. There's people out there that keep heating on 24/7, walking in and out with shorts and yeah. There's people who are not, you know, not very careful with stuff like that. I've always been fairly careful with it, but the heating in this house is not going on unless it's like -10. And even then, I'll think twice about it. Haggis Lover says, I worry that sales will be bad the next few months, and what's it going to be like next year? I know. I'm worried about it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm concerned about which way it's going to go. And I can't call it. We're not going to know until we're in it. We're not going to know. So we're just going to have to see. I love my air fryer, says Tess. Oh, Monkey Thrift has diet as well. Double Karma, welcome. What do you do with those bags when you buy them then? They go in the cupboard and we forget about them. We sometimes forget to take them out. But we're going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start leaving them in the car. I'm going to leave a supply in the car. I always see cops going into McDonald's drive-through saying that I'm there too. Yeah, yeah. Well, there's certain places if you go in uniform, in your cop uniform, you get a fairly hefty discount, or sometimes you get it free. There you go. You heard it here first. If you go into, I don't know if they still do it actually, but when I was a cop, they always did 50% off at Domino's Pizza. So if you went in uniform to get your pizza, half price. Heating's not been on since April. The same here, Mike. We've not been on for a long time. A lot of businesses like Costa and McDonald's are going to suffer as more and more people have to cut out all that stuff. Yeah. Also, they're going to suffer because imagine, I mean, I've seen a lot of articles this week about various businesses local to here who are saying, we can't survive when these bills change. There's some pubs that are already saying we're going to have to close because of the cost of running their business, gas, electric, especially places that do food. It's going to be very difficult. They're going to have less customers, and their bills are going to be higher. It's going to be crazy. I think we're going to see so many businesses go under, which is so sad. I feel so sorry for them. Obviously, most of us are business owners ourselves, even if you're part-time, full-time, and to think that businesses are going to go under because of this, it's going to have massive knock-on effects. You can get a government grant, but you've got to have a certain you've got to be under a certain income level. We don't qualify for it, and we're not earning megabucks. Not a chance. No. Yeah, I bet you did, Derek. Cook the Christmas turkey on a barbecue. I'm not that worried, says Derek, but all you can do is list. Yeah, I'm worried about it because it's the unknown, isn't it? I'm worried about which way it's going to go. We're going to end it in a minute. We're going to call time in a second. World Reseller Centre, great advice. There you go. Keep bags in your car boot. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Use them as void fill, possibly. If I've got loads. I've got loads. Bumcrack says, I've survived so far with no heating in my house for the past 8 years. For hot water, I use the electric immersion heater. Really? Wow. If that's true. Wow. Did you keep your old uniform? Unfortunately, you're not allowed to do that, Derek. Fancy dress. Get a cop's uniform. Yeah. Mrs. Claus gives anyone in uniform a healthy discount. I think a lot of places do. Although cops do have to be careful about what discounts they accept these days. It's all got a bit politically correct now. So, we can't accept discounts anymore because we might be giving you a preferential service. Well, a load of bullshit. I think we're done. Woody's last one. Woody says, I think resellers need to be careful, consider what categories they sell in. It's not an exact science, but people may sway towards things they need. Yeah. I kind of got the same inkling as you, Woody, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Keely's popped in. Hi, Keely. It's been a while since I've seen you, Keely. Hope you're okay. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Alison. Appreciate that. Okay, guys, we're done. I hope you all stay well and the sales keep flying in. Where's my outro? There it is. And we'll see you soon. And boot sale video out Saturday. Back live on Monday. As always. See you later. No, that's not the right button. Awkward.